As if this year didn't have enough incredible releases, it also marked the debut of a brand new console, the long-awaited, much-rumored, and extensively hyped Nintendo Switch 2. Say what you will about the game prices, and we've said a lot, it single-handedly reinvigorated the console market and delivered some of the best games ever. Which one stood out the most? So without further ado, here are the nominees for the best Switch 2 games of 2025, starting with Mario Kart World. The best Mario Kart in the series? Your mileage, pun fully intended, may vary, but it is by far the most feature-packed. Free roam in an open world with P-switch challenges and cosmetics to gather, new moves like hopping and wall riding for a higher skill ceiling, brand new tracks that seamlessly link together, and new modes are just some of the things longtime fans can look forward to, and it all works well. Kirby Air Riders. 21 playable characters, and 22 machines, each with unique abilities and stats respectively, brand new tracks, and remasters from the first game. The return of Top Ride and City Trial, with the latter turned into a faux battle royale mode of sorts, boss fights, and a fully fledged story mode. But even if you want to hop on for a simple race or two, it is pure, unfiltered fun, just like the original. Pokémon Legends ZA. While there's plenty of criticism to be had for its visuals, Game Freak's latest mainline Pokémon title manages to capture that same monster collecting magic. Lumio City is full of unique sights, sounds, and Pokémon to collect, and new elements like the ZA Royale and Rogue Mega Evolution Pokémon, alongside simple delights like traversing the rooftops, make it a standout. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Catacomb-like levels, progressively unlocking new abilities and backtracking to uncover new areas. That expectation of something incredible around every corner. Even after all of these years, Retro Studios still knows how to capture that feeling. The new additions and beyond, like Viola, also seamlessly slot in, and wouldn't you know it, even the NPC companions, despite concerns pre-launch, are not terrible. More importantly, experiencing it with such fidelity, complete with mouse controls, elevates it to a whole new level. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Technically not a native Switch 2 release, experiencing two of the greatest platformers of all time in 4K is hard to resist. The new storybook chapters offer a bit of new content, but really it's all about scouring the galaxies once more, reliving the wonder of each planet and the discoveries that they hold. Donkey Kong Bonanza. It almost seemed impossible that Jumpman's worst nightmare would get his own starring role once more, but Bonanza delivers on that and then some. Excellent platforming and bombastic visuals were a given. This is from the Super Mario Odyssey team after all. But the destruction elements work so well in tandem, resulting in a 3D platformer that is more than worthy to stand side by side with Mario's greatest adventures. Hades 2. Supergiant follows up on one of the best roguelikes in years with, well, surprise surprise, an incredible sequel. Between the sheer amount of stuff to do, whether you're venturing into the underworld or ascending into Olympus, the challenging and unique boss fights, or the sheer depth that each new weapon offers, Hades 2 feels like a massive step forward in every single way. Split Fiction. Hazelight's latest is one of the best co-op experiences of the year, and many before it, and feels tailor-made for the Switch 2. Even if it's not the most fully featured port, being able to game share with local players or engage in crossplay alongside the Friends Pass, which means not having to buy an extra copy, is still great. Inazuma 11 Victory Road. You wouldn't believe this took more than 9 years and multiple delays to release, but that seems to be a theme for 2025. Regardless, Inazuma 11 Victory Road isn't the most realistic adaptation of football so much as the best adaptation of the anime, complete with MAPPA's cutscenes and over 5,400 recruitable characters. It's truly unlike anything else out there and a blast once you get into it. Hollow Knight Silksong. Team Cherry's long-awaited sequel is infuriating, frustrating, and challenging, but it's also mesmerizing, addictive, and oh so good to control. The gameplay loop remains as finely crafted as ever, enhanced all the more with Hornet's movement abilities and the sheer attention to detail in areas, from their art to their secrets, that'll keep you coming back for more long after. It's a tough bug to love, but Silksong is a stellar game. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. The prospect of Cyberpunk 2077 running on the original Switch was laughable years ago, and yet here we are more than 5 years later, experiencing it on the Switch 2 in all of its glory. From the excellent base game to the stellar Phantom Liberty, this is still one of the best RPG experiences, and the addition of touchscreen gestures for the UI and gyro aiming make it feel that much better on the Switch 2. Also, shipping the entire package on an actual cart instead of a game keycard, well, chef's kiss. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Truth be told, the new features, like the phone maps or the QR codes for sharing Zonai machines, weren't the most game-changing for Nintendo's masterpiece. Nevertheless, it's still a masterpiece. Being able to play it in 1440p and 60 FPS with improved fidelity and faster loading is what we've always wanted. So for that reason alone, it is worth picking up. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Switch 2 Edition plus Star-Crossed World. For those who didn't get their fill from Air Riders, the Switch 2 version of Kirby's acclaimed 2022 adventure is well worth diving into. Star-Crossed World offers a brand new storyline, with new sections and old stages alongside new abilities, mouthful mode, and enemies to tussle with as you investigate a mysterious meteor. And of course, it's a significant upgrade over the original's already gorgeous visuals. Chronos: The New Dawn. Bloober Team made a big impact with last year's Silent Hill 2 remake, but its newest title channeled an altogether different survival horror vibe. A post-apocalyptic future with mutating monstrosities, time traveling, and an enigmatic pace and protagonist, and more kept Chronos from feeling like a Dead Space ripoff. Even in handheld mode on the Switch 2, it is a tense, terrifying ordeal. Star Wars Outlaws. Ignored at launch, massive entertainment Star Wars Scoundrel had a quiet but notable redemption this year, aided by its Switch 2 port. How the development team, in collaboration with Red Lynx, managed to deliver such a great performance and ray tracing while retaining image quality even with DLSS is fascinating to behold. The fact that the game itself still looks so gorgeous while playing better than ever, well, that doesn't hurt. And the best Switch 2 title of 2025 goes to Donkey Kong Bonanza. Did you really expect anything else, especially when a Donkey Kong game lets you rip chunks out of the environment to toss at enemies or surf on them with utter abandon? Bonanza is more than just the Mario Odyssey formula, but with more destruction and a different protagonist. It is truly a masterclass in pacing, deftly balancing the collectathon aspects and real-time destruction with superb level design. Donkey Kong controls like a dream. The new Bonanza powers are as ridiculous as they are fun, and there isn't an ounce of filler or unnecessary padding. So for that reason, and many more that we could spend all day listing, it is our pick for best Switch 2 game of 2025.
And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at GamingBolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.